Morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Dose. I'm your host, PB, and today on the channel, we are going to delve into the Annihilation Event. Sadly, I was wrong. I hedged my bets. I tried to do it. I was like, come on, positive energy. Give us some arms race. I want to get my wing set. Sadly, that is not what happened. We do have the Annihilation Event. It's a good thing. It's a bad thing, but it is what it is. So we're going to talk about that real quick. Do some pulls and then see whether or not we get lucky. Ultimately speaking, prior to this, there was no incentive for you to essentially spend your orders or save them, I should say. But now that there is a flip section, and we've already done some prior to this, now there's like this little flipped card. It kind of means that you kind of want to do 60 and 60 and 60 for a chance at getting like a jackpot reward, some gold, some shards, you name it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it incentivizes you to save up to 60 of these tokens and then pull for them. If we're talking about where you get them, you can get, I believe, 11 a day, which is not too bad. And then you can spend some gold. 9k gold gets you 30 tokens. So the reality is you probably will be able to do the event in its entirety if you spend a little bit of gold and if you've been saving up some of your orders. And of course, if you've been taking advantage of the Warlords Clash when that was available, you can actually get a daily token here. So I'd say that some people probably have 60 and they can give it a shot. In terms of like value and the analysis behind it, the drop rates are pretty bad. You basically only get silver and occasionally you get the bad bronze axes, but you get silver and powerful meteorite. The drop rate for a full silver axe, sorry, a gold axe and a meteorite or a powerful axe is 0.1%, and a gold one is 0.25%. So it's really, really low. Realistically, you're only pulling for this event just to accumulate the currency in the shop. Basically, you need 100 meteorite for one of these. So essentially here. So you need to get 100 of these chests, pull them out, and of course you need 100 shards, which is absolutely fine. It is what it is. Similar to the vanquisher set, you need 75 silver axes to get that. You can buy the selection chest down here. One thing that I will say for those that are wondering about this, I would recommend finishing off your vanquisher set if you are at that stage of the game where you don't have vanquisher gear on every one of your characters, which is absolutely understandable. Just be aware, vanquisher shards are a lot more accessible than they are now. Point in fact, I'd say I probably have like 170 of the shards just chilling in my bag. Eventually, you'll just accumulate them through the rebate event. Obviously, Glory Hall will give you them as well. They're kind of easier to get. But if you're at that point of the game where you don't really have a full set yet, if you're working on a full set of Vanquisher gear, I would recommend finishing that off before you start with your, with your Imperishable set. The reason why, and it's very important to state this, if you decide to go, oh, well, I've got 3 pieces of Vanquisher PB, should I just get the Imperishable Scythe? The answer is you can get it, right? Because it's different currency, so you should be getting your Imperishable Scythe anyway and all your gear sets. That's not the issue. You probably shouldn't equip it though, and the reason why you shouldn't equip it is you actually are going to lose the last set bonus here. So if you're running a full set of Vanquisher and you equip one piece of the Imperishable set, you actually lose 10% damage and damage reduction. And you're probably like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. And I'm like, but wait, there's more. So if you actually equip the Imperishable Scythe, the first thing you're going to get is defense. Nobody wants defense. Trust me, you do not want defense statistics sacrificing 10% damage and 10% damage reduction. It is a no-no move. It is a silly, silly move. Don't do it. Trust me on that. Only start to move across to the Imperishable set when you actually have 2 pieces. And the reason why I say 2 pieces is because 2 pieces gives you 10% attack. And it's important as well to understand that the affinity gives you an additional 5% attack. So you're back up to 15% attack. So you're starting to mitigate the loss of your damage increase there from running a 4-set piece of Vanquisher. I know this is complex. If you have any questions, hit me up in the Discord, the Facebook chat, of course, the comment section. I'll try to break it down to you a little bit easier that way. But trust me when I say you really only want to start to transition into using the Imperishable set when you get 2 pieces. 2 pieces, and even then that's very select. I should preface that because you're still losing damage. What I would say, you gain a 20% shield at the start of the battle, up to 20% of your player's HP. I stuck it on old mate Lu Bu because I thought, oh yeah, this would be great. He'll get more damage. And I looked at it. I'm like, why is he not killing what he usually kills? And the reason is he lost 10% total damage. And only after I sort of got to the second piece set did he start to pick that up. Honestly, though, it's still not comparable. Attack is not necessarily damage. Attack is a percentage of damage. However, total damage is everything gets increased, including crit damage. So total damage is very important. And that's why you would probably resist equipping the Imperishable set until you have 2 minimum, and then obviously it gets better and better the more you equip. And obviously there are additional features such as 4-set completion bonus. Then you do additional attack chances, 2 times base damage, which is fantastic. You can do transformation talents, which again increases your attack percentage, which is fantastic. You get transformation skills, again, more damage. Honestly, there's no question about should I build Imperishable. The answer is yes. Should you equip it? The answer is no. The answer is no. It is very situational. Only equip Imperishable when you have 2 or 3 of that piece if you are rocking Vanquisher. If you're rocking Epic, go for gold. Do whatever you please, okay? Because at that stage of the game, the Imperishable gear will help you more than the Epic gear set. Even though there are certain buffs that you get with the gear set, you can probably get away with just running Imperishable. Okay, that has no effect on your gameplay, realistically. It will affect your gameplay if you are currently rocking a full team of Vanquisher, such as I am. I have the option to change. I already have the option. I'm choosing not to because I lose 10% damage and damage reduction. Okay, so I just want to be very, very clear to people when they think about that. You will actually lose power. You will lose raw potential, okay, and I feel like that's probably going to put you in a worse situation. So, like most things, it is going to take you a while to grind this out. We've already talked about the drop rates; they're pretty low. Let's do a couple of pulls. Let's see if we get lucky. Honestly, that's not bad. Getting the meteorite. The more meteorite I get, the better I am. Bronze axes are the worst invention of this game. Get rid of them already, please. Again, bronze axes piss off. And voila. Alright, so that's pretty much it. In a nutshell, you're really only going to get silver axes and, of course, meteorite. Don't stress about it, is what it is. But because you get the additional chance to flip every 60 pulls, maybe we get the jackpot. We didn't, but we got some gold. I'll take the gold. I really don't mind. At this stage of the game, it doesn't bother me that much. Kind of made some money back. I have 2 more pulls. Let's do it. 1 more. Boom. 20 meteorite. We'll take that. In terms of exchange, what would I recommend? If you're at the stage of the game where you don't have any of these, definitely spend your silver axes on this. It will help you out immensely. And in fact, I'm going to do that. If you're at the stage of the game where you already have all of your legendary artifacts, weapons, I should say, not artifacts. That's maybe they are artifacts. I forget the legendary weapon things. Probably start working on your grade 3 selection chests. Ultimately, you could say I don't want them because I've already got them, which is absolutely fine. You could potentially start to exchange your silver axes for meteorite. To me that feels like a waste. Like it feels like an absolute rip-off trying to exchange powerful meteorite for silver axes. I mean, 6 is really expensive, but look, again, if you're at that stage of the game where you just don't need any of the other stuff, well, you don't really, it's kind of a no-brainer. You would just do it regardless. And obviously, the best purchase for these is just grab the selection chest. Don't worry about it. Grab selection chest. Have these chilling in your bag. Eventually, you'll get to 100 and you'll be able to get the next piece of gear. I'd say by maybe the end of the event, I'll have the last piece of gear for Lupu, which would be fantastic. And then we can start working on other gear set for other characters. But like I said, just keep in mind that you'll actually be doing yourself a little bit of a disservice by using a single piece of the Vanquisher, sorry, the Imperishable set. Man, so many words. Try to wait until at least you get two pieces. Particularly if you're at that stage of the game where you're only running Vanquisher gear, you will definitely see a significant DPS loss. An alternative would be if you wanted to run a split set early on of Imperishable and Vanquisher. I would say you could get away with doing it on a squishy character like your main protagonist, maybe, or a support character that dies a lot really early on. Because of course you do get the you do get a miniature shield. So if you notice that there's a character that maybe is dying really early, and you have two pieces of the imperishable set, maybe stick it on that character just to see if they can stay alive a little bit longer. And look, the defense stats. As much as I talk shit about it, maybe that'll keep your character alive a little bit longer. Who knows? You could test that out. Let me know if that's a successful way of using it. But what I can say is there are some other avenues for you to acquire. There is always going to be hope. There's always going to be hope at the end of the rainbow, ladies and gentlemen. Eventually, you'll start to acquire the shards from here in the Glory Hall. Realistically speaking, most players will eventually achieve Zone 18. Zone 18 will probably take around 10 billion power, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, probably a little bit more, let's be honest. The power ratings on this is absolutely atrociously bad. Um, can I get a rip in the comment section about how bad some of this power leveling recommendations are in the Glory Hall? It's fucking terrible. But anyway, I shouldn't swear about it. But eventually you'll start to get some of them there. And of course, this shard selection chest was amazing. 100 of those is a awesome reward. But again, we got some more as we keep progressing. I should say, eventually, if you whale hard enough and progress further enough, you will get a full set of the helm. Okay, so it is what it is. There is silver lining, but what I was probably going to say, and this is the reality that most people are going to experience, is I want to say you're going to have a good shot at getting one of these. You got like a 1 in 5 chance of dropping it. Treasure chests, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I mean, look, free shards, I'll take that any day of the week. I imagine that there'll be some more concurrent events that will arrive to give us some of these shards. I don't know yet. One thing that I will say though is always keep your eye out if you are a whale. Again, I'll never promote spending on any game or platform, but if you are a whale, little things like this caught my eye. Um, yes, the Sengoku heroes have arrived for the VIP players to finish them off. So if you're in the boat like I am with old mate Tokugawa on the other account, and I want to finish that guy off to 7-star, well, this is a possibility that's now become available by the lovely development team. Does that mean that eventually this selection chest will be a part of the Time Hero selection chests? Maybe. Maybe it's a sign that the next limited Time Hero event, not limited heroes, but limited Time Heroes. Remember, there's a difference now. Maybe they'll be in there as well. So this could be a little bit of a trap. Could be a trap. I can't confirm that. I don't know if you're very very close and you're whaling, and obviously if this is going to get you across the line to get you the 7-star. I don't know. Is it worth it? Is it worth waiting? I feel like it's probably worth waiting. I feel like this is a little bit of a trap by the development team there, but obviously they've heard us. They have heard us because a lot of players were complaining. When are they going to release them? We want to finish off those heroes. We've had so many time events and they've not appeared in those. So maybe this is their solution, essentially saying, hey, they're not going to appear into rotation for a while. If you want to spend some money and finish them off, you can do so. Kind of sucky, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't agree with that business practice. However, obviously, it's going to trap a few people. Spoiler alert, we did manage to get a G4. I'm so happy about that. I'll keep saying in like 20 videos from down the track. We got a G4. Yeah, let's go. Cannot believe our fortune, and we are truly blessed. Truly blessed to be a part of the community, and truly blessed to get a G4 any day of the week. I would say that. If you haven't already, I probably already said it at the beginning of the video. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. Don't be afraid to share this video with your friends that play this game. Obviously, I don't really link videos on our Facebook or the official DS Facebook. You can check us out on the official Discord though for Dynasty Scrolls, and our own personal Discord for all of the previous videos. I think I've done like a 310 videos so far. Most of them are Dynasty Scrolls related, so there's always a wealth of information there for global players. But if you have any concerns, comments, questions, hit us up in those channels and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you'd like to see anything in particular explained, let me know as well. I'm always open to doing beginner's guides. I will do a full story mode. Okay, I will do story mode 6 explained in depth. I'll probably do that later on this week, I think. For those that want, for those that don't want just the bandit cheat, which I did one, which is basically how to get the bandits to appear. Thank you so much for the guys in Discord that gave me the hints to that. But if you want me to do like a full breakthrough, I think we can do that as well. So stay tuned for that if you are new to the game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.